Hello everyone, Charles Walhingford back with another cigar in a book. Welcome back, welcome back. This day and age, people need to put down their cell phones, put down their tablets, close up the laptop, and sit down and realize what you have and enjoy a real book that will change, literally help change who you are and what you're doing in this day and age. It's a lot of things that I can see that need to change, and they're changes that aren't very difficult because these are things that we used to do, and we've lost what we used to do so much, and we need to get back to what really we're about and what really should make us happy. And this book is part of what can help you. All right, let's get into it. The name of this book is In Order to Live by Yeonmi Park. Had seen Yeonmi Park a few times on YouTube. She was on Joe Rogan. She was with Jordan Peterson, and she's been on other videos too. And in those videos, she explained how horrible it was to live in North Korea, and the fact that she found her way out of North Korea. And this book talks about how she left North Korea and, of course, why she left North Korea. So, off the bat, this was a wild book. This was a wild one. This was something that, luckily, because I've seen some of her story on these other videos, that I was somewhat ready for, or else it would have been a rough book to deal with. But I'm so happy I bought this book. Here, let me explain a couple things to you, and I won't be giving away the book, but so much, just a little snippet of what this book was about, and the details about it. It's almost impossible to escape North Korea. It's almost impossible. People do not immigrate from North Korea. You escape from North Korea, and a lot of people die trying to escape North Korea. Oh, before I get too far into it, let me talk about the cigar today that I'm featuring, and this is the Zeno Platinum Grandmaster. Now, the Zeno Platinum Grandmaster is a cigar I would not recommend to anybody that is new to smoking cigars. Why? Because this cigar should not be smoked new. This cigar, I know, because I'm used to smoking older cigars and that's my thing, is at least 5 years old. It may be around 10 years old. I caught this on sale from some, I can't remember what online distributor and sales place, but I got it on an awesome deal. Very inexpensive for what this cigar actually is. If you're not familiar with Zeno Platinum, it's a Davidoff cigar, so you're going to have a premium because it's a Davidoff. I again don't recommend this for a new cigar smoker. If you do see it on sale and you're a new cigar smoker, go ahead and buy it and put it away. This cigar, again, I know it's at least 5 years old when I purchased it. It took 2 years before I finally actually smoked one in the 5-pack that I purchased. Well, I actually bought 10 of them, 2 5-packs. This is an awesome cigar after it's been aged. Not a good cigar at all when it's brand new. I've had them brand new. I would not recommend it to anybody for any reason unless you're waiting to smoke it years from the time you purchased it. All right, and also I'm drinking the last tiny bit of Balvenie Caribbean Cask. That's the 14-year-old. That's a all-around great cigar. I mean, great distilled aged spirit. It goes with almost anything. All right, back to the review. So, here's the thing. Your average, hard-working, regular person. Average, hard-working, regular person. Your above average, hard-working, regular person is living in poverty in North Korea. Let that sink in. Your average and above average hardworking person is living in poverty in North Korea. By our standards. Our standards, you're living in poverty, no question. But if you're not doing well, if you're below average, your level of poverty is nothing that anybody in your country has ever seen. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. Let me put it this way. For Yeonmi Park and her friends, their pastime was not riding their bikes through neighborhoods. Their pastime was not playing games in the street. I've seen videos and commercials about poor people playing games with trash and stuff like that. No. Their pastime was catching bugs and learning how to cook the bug and maybe catching a mouse or maybe even catching a rat and eating it. That was their fun. That was their entertainment. That was their pastime. And that was a lot of times their subsistence. The average, below average, average, and above average person in North Korea is never eating till they're full. They're never eating regularly. It is very common to step over dead bodies. It's very common to die of a disease due to malnutrition. It's common. It is not unusual. People don't have a sense of empathy because so many people are going to die. So many people will absolutely die early. It will happen. That's North Korea. And there's way more than that. Way more than that. Read the book and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, here's another thing. So she successfully, Yeonmi Park successfully escaped North Korea. In order to escape North Korea, what do you have to do? You don't go south through North Korea to South Korea. That's the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate goal. What you have to do is go up into China, then over into Mongolia. But before you go up through China, you get smuggled into China. And then you make the decision to be sold as a slave wife. As you know, it's difficult in China, especially if you're a woman, or especially if you're not a successful man. So to get a wife is damn near impossible. So you have to buy one, a North Korean. That's how North Koreans get into China. And then from China, you escape from your slave master husband into Mongolia. And then from Mongolia, if you get through Mongolia or get to Mongolia and don't die in the process, which absolutely happens, what absolutely can happen, you make it to Mongolia. You kind of made it, but it's still arduous task that needs to happen or things that need to happen, and then you make it to Mongolia. Will extradite you to South Korea, if I'm using extradite properly. If I'm not, I'm sorry. But that's the cycle. It's a rough cycle, and I'm leaving a whole lot out. This book was not a big book. It's not a thick book. It's not full of chapters. It's pretty a quick read. This was not a quick read, because if you have any kind of empathy, you have any kind of humanity, it's a hard book to read. I recommend the book, but it's a hard one. I am leaving so much out. It is so sad. Me being the hardened person I am, the things I've seen, that meant I just didn't read the book quickly. A person who may not be as strong definitely will cry reading this book. Definitely. But some things need to be done. if you're watching this video, you need to read this book if you haven't already. You need to realize what you have, how lucky you are to have it, and then do whatever you can to make sure maybe some others get to have it, or make sure the people around you appreciate it too, that you appreciate it. I'm glad I read this book. It was a rough one. I highly recommend you reading this book, and especially people, again, who for some reason don't realize, well, there's many reasons, and I know, but I'll say for some reason, not to get in another video, realize how great the country you're living in absolutely is. Great. And I especially mean the United States, and I'm especially talking to minorities living in the United States. A lot of people think this country has so many problems. That it's a farce. It's not true. And the big thing with this country is the problems you have, you can fight. In order for Yeonmi to fight, she had to sell herself into slavery. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you like this review. I hope this motivates you to read more, especially this book, In Order to Live. I'm Charles Walhingford, and Yeonmi Park's In Order to Live is how I would spend my money.